is something we didn't have on TV. Captain Janks, who is the guy who makes all the phony phone calls, started a fight with A.J. Benza, and A.J.'s there from the press. He's with the Daily News.
I didn't know he was there.
Yeah, he was there. What was A.J. doing there? Just hanging out?
Yeah, I guess Peggy invited him to come to the party. He was just seeing what goes on.
Yeah, A.J.'s a fan of the show, and it's like, we have friendly press there because nobody wants to bum out and have, like, hostile press. So.
Yeah, we have two people there, him and Mark Shearer, the guy from CNN, the only people in the world that don't hate us.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I saw Mark, never saw A.J.
Yeah, I didn't see A.J., but evidently A.J. and Captain Janks got into a fight. Now, on our phones right now, A.J. Benza from the Daily News and Captain Janks from Captain Janks. Guys?
Yo. And now, the man who was almost beat up at Howard Stern's birthday show. Captain Janks. Good morning, Howard.
Good morning, Captain Janks. And A.J., are you there?
I'm here.
All right, A.J., now I understand you're angry and Captain Janks is angry. And
What happened?
What exactly happened? I didn't know there was a feud.
Well, I walk in. It's one of the greatest moments of the party. Steve Tyler just finishes singing. Donald Trump is sitting there holding him, and it was a great moment. And I walk in. And I pass Jenks' table, and he's sitting there with King of All Blacks and King of All Messengers and the whole crew. And he approaches me, he's sitting down, and he says, "Hey, A.J., it's nice to see you again. It's nice to see a two-faced ass."
Nice to see a two-faced ass?
Yeah.
Now, Captain Janks,
why would you do that?
Well, Howard, see, this is not exactly what happened. I saw A.J. at your birthday show last year.
Right.
And he came up to me, and I just gotten a recording contract for my record.
Right.
And he wanted to do an interview with me, so I sat down. I did an interview with him. He's all nice to me. 2 days later, he trashes me in his column.
Well, how does he trash you?
Well, the column was like, hot off the steps, the stuttering John Melendez's recording contract. We bring you the sweetheart deal landed by Captain Janks.
What's wrong with that?
Atlantic Records must be hard up.
Yeah, but you got to understand something. A.J.'s got to find a spin on the, what's he gonna, who cares about Captain Janks?
Not only that, Howard, the thing is, here I am giving the guy publicity for 750,000 people. Nobody else gave him publicity like that. What? Man, I don't need your publicity. Well, you should. Well, if you're going to trash me, I don't want it. First of all, I got to tell you, Janks, I looked for the article all day yesterday, and my wonderful Daily News library can't find it, so I wish I could read it right now. But if the spin was disagreeable, I apologize. Sometimes that happens.
I got to be honest with you, A.J., we all thought that.
We read it, and we thought it was fine.
I said to Captain Janks, Atlantic Records must be hard.
We wondered how he got that contract.
But Captain Janks, I don't understand. So you go up to the guy, you call him and ask because you're pissed off because he called you, he said those things about you in the column.
No, well, the way I see it is that, he came up to me with a hand extended in friendship and then trashed me, so why shouldn't I do the same thing? So that's what I did.
Right.
When he came over to our table, I just reached out my hand to shake his hand, and I called him a two-faced ass. Right. You got to figure they didn't start serving alcohol till 8.
Now, A.J., you're no pussy. Did you,
I looked at him and I said, I respect Howard too much. I said, that's the biggest cry. Howard, he started. I said, listen, I'm not done. I said, I'll gladly go outside and take you outside and kill you. AJ. Yeah. AJ. Yes. What is it like not to have a life of your own? Why would you do that? You're a reporter. I'm expected to be stupid and wacky. Nah, I can't have that. I can't have somebody call me an ass. If somebody calls me an ass, I'm going to hurt him. And you don't even like Howard. What were you doing? I love Howard stuff. Oh, that's the biggest cock. I talked to you on the phone plenty of times. What? Oh, here he goes now. Here he goes now. This is not going to be. Why would you trash me? Do you get enjoyment out of ruining people's life? This is not going to be a Pat Cooper setup. I love Howard's show, and he knows that. You're not going to. Well, let me ask you. Why would you want to hurt somebody like that? How who? I'm just a regular guy. I'm not like a celebrity.
Well, you came up and you called the guy an ass, so he says,
well,
okay.
He is.
So did you go out in the parking lot with A.J.?
Are you kidding me? No. What happened?
Janks, what are you, a pussy?
Well, he came over to our table.
And called you out.
Like, Janks doesn't ruin lives.
I called. You know what else? Then he came out. Then he got King of All Blacks on me. No, what do you mean I got King of All Blacks on me? King of All Blacks is part of the Whack Pack, and he's a good friend of mine.
Now, wait a second. Let me get this straight. You mean Janks took a black guy and said, hey, you're not fighting me. You're going to fight the black guy?
No, he didn't do that. King of All Blacks stood up and stood between us, and I didn't know it was King of All Blacks. Now I feel honored to have stood next to King of All Blacks like that. But you see, your attitude is so much different than it was that day. Why I was going to kick his ass, too. When he came over to our table... He's
got to be Italian.
He is Italian.
When he came over to our table, he was hostile. He was threatening to take me outside. I was hostile because you started telling me I was there. You know what? Kevin from the newsletter pointed out that you were there, and he's got pictures of you. I heard about the pictures.
All right, so wait a second. Let me get this straight. So King of All Blacks stood up and said that he was going to kick AJ's ass?
Listen what he said, Howard. He stands up and he says, listen, you're done arguing with my friend. And I said, no, I'm really not. So him and I started getting face-to-face, and King of All Blacks just said to me, I'm going to break your jaw. And he said, tell me I won't. And I kept saying, you won't. Tell me I won't. You won't. It went on for about a minute until Dominic Barbara and Jack Gordon came and broke it up. And
this was all going on while we were up there?
Yeah. It was a better show on the floor than what we were doing.
Howard, you know, I'm 5 foot something or other. AJ's like what, 5'9", 6 foot?
5'11".
Yeah, so why are you starting?
King of All Blacks, being the friend that he was just trying to stick up for me. But
King of All Blacks doesn't know what's going on between you and AJ.
He's right next to us.
He saw it. He was sitting right next to him.
I told him what happened.
It was right there. I mean, everybody was sitting right there.
Yeah, but Captain Janks, this was your argument with AJ, so you get a black guy to step in.
I didn't get him to do it.
And AJ's so crazy that I said, okay. He said he'd fight the black guy.
If I was sitting at a table and somebody was trying to kick your ass, Howard, I would definitely jump in.
AJ, you think you could have beat up King of All Blacks?
I could beat up the whole table and come
back. Oh, yeah, sure you could.
What do you have?
Baby threat. See, nobody's afraid of you. That's the whole thing you don't get. Somebody had to tell you that you're an asshole.
Well, you did tell me that. You did tell me that. And now you and I are going to meet one day in the street. You're going to never make a phone call again with those little crummy fingers of yours.
With my little crummy fingers. And you're going to beat me up. You're supposed to be a reporter.
I don't care.
You know what he told me? He said, why don't we take him outside and I'll get you a ladder so you can stand up or I'll punch you in the face.
That's what I told him.
Janks, you know.
Yeah, you should be real proud of yourself, AJ.
Janks, I don't care if I'm a presidential advisor.
Nobody likes you anyway. You don't even like Howard. I don't even know why you were there.
That's just a stupid thing.
Well, you can't tell AJ who he likes.
Well, I'm a big fan of the show.
AJ is saying he's a fan of the show.
When you take a dump on somebody in your column, do you expect them to come up and kiss you on the cheek after?
No. Sometimes a dump happens, and I apologize that it happened. I really do apologize, because I got to tell you the truth, Janks.
You even spelled my name wrong. You know what my name is.
No, listen to me. I got to tell you the truth. Every time you make one of your prank phone calls, I laugh like hell. I think you're hysterical. And if I wasn't a fan of the show, you and I would have thrown down right on that table. The fact that I left, had a cup of coffee, and went home showed Howard and everybody up there that I didn't want to mess at his party. But I'd gladly take your heads off in the street someday.
Now,
right.
You know, all the whack pack was sitting there.
AJ, are you saying that if you run into Captain Janks, you're going to fight him?
Well, no, if he calls me an asshole again, I'll smack him.
Well, ass. Let's say ass.
Man, if you were drowning, I wouldn't take my foot off your head.
Why should we leave it to chance?
What?
Why don't we set up a match?
Guys, you want to fight on E, boxing match?
Howard, he really needs a step stool and a phone book.
It wouldn't even be a fair fight, would it?
It wouldn't.
I'll fight him. I don't care.
Will you fight him?
We put boxing gloves on.
Boxing? Oh.
AJ, would you fight Captain Janks on the E show?
Of course I would, man.
You would? You would never back down, would you?
I can't. I'd back down for nobody.
All right. Captain Janks, what day? Are you serious, Captain Janks?
I'll fight him. I don't care. I'm pretty pissed off at him right now, and I don't need King of All Blacks to fight my battles, but he was a good friend by doing that.
Could somebody remind Captain Janks he's a midget?
Yeah. Have you looked in the mirror?
I think when he makes those phone calls, he thinks he's 6 feet tall.
So, Howard, you know what? Now the newsletter's coming out by this guy Mazzilli, and they have all these pictures apparently of me and Janks. No, me and of King of All Blacks chest to chest.
Well, I guess that would be freedom of the press then, wouldn't it?
I don't care about your newsletter coming out.
I mean, censor we have to censor you now?
No.
I mean, everybody knows what happened.
I'm looking forward to it. There was
more people sitting at that table than just me, and everybody that sat there. Celeste was got out of a wheelchair to punch you in the face.
Well, that would have been hysterical.
Yeah, well, let me get this straight.
I just mean, you know, Howard, everybody at that table knows what he did.
All right, Captain Janks, you feel you were wronged in the newspaper. You called AJ an ass. AJ said, hey, look, let's go out in the parking lot and settle this.
Right.
You quickly, King of All Blacks jumped in. Mm-hmm. He went head-to-head with AJ. King of All Blacks said, hey, to quote AJ, what AJ was saying, King of All Blacks said the following. What did he say?
He said, I'm going to break your jaw. Tell me I won't. And I kept saying you won't.
Right. And that went on for about a good minute until it was broken up by Dominic Barbara and of course, Jack Gordon, who was very brave. In fact, I believe he once took a chair to Latoya.
I was going to say, he knows a thing or two.
He knows how to throw. He knows how to throw a punch. There's a guy who knows how to step in. So you're telling me that Captain Janks, you want to actually fight AJ?
I'll do it if I have to, Howard.
Really?
Defend your honor.
Defend my honor?
Defend your honor. What about your own ball? Hey, man, it's not Howard's honor. It's your honor and your chin you got to protect.
Well, let's find out. You're talking like you got connections or something like that. Connections for what, AJ?
Connections for what?
And you know what? We'll
I got family.
We'll fight, and you may kick my ass, but every single time you pick up the phone for the rest of your life, I'll be there.
Okay, well, do me a favor. You're gonna have to listen to me. You're gonna have to live your life in your little crummy home in Pennsylvania, because
my little crummy home. See, this is the whole thing. What? Maybe I do live in a crummy home right now, but with you writing articles like that, with the record that I got coming out, doesn't do me any favors for sure.
You know, here's what I'll do, Howard. I'll even extend the favor. You ready for this, Howard?
Yes.
I'll fight him. If you'd like to fight me, I'll do my best not to hurt him too bad. And also what I'll do is this. I'd love to write about your future record coming out again. And if you want me to, I'll even go so far as this. Because I've always laughed at your antics, I'll write an article, and I'll actually read it to you before it goes to press. If it's not satisfactory...
No, you don't have to do that.
No,
it has nothing to do with you trashing me in an article. It has to do with the fact that you came up to me with a hand extended in friendship, and you were all nice to me, and then everything changed.
Listen to me. I don't care. We're going to...
I know you don't care. You don't care who likes you.
What I'm saying is I heard this story already. I'll gladly fight you, but in the meantime, I still want to do a story about your record again because I think you're funny, and I didn't mean to put you down last year. I accidentally did that.
Oh, accidentally? How's that an accident?
Jenks, the guy is trying to be nice to you.
He's trying to apologize.
He's trying to apologize.
In front of millions of people.
Listen, I'm also in front of a million people that I'll kick your ass in a ring, too. So it goes both ways.
Right. Listen, Jenks, you have a choice. Here's your choices the way I see it. You got 3 choices.
Okay.
Right. You can go in the ring and let AJ kick your ass. Okay. And he'll write a nice article about you.
Yeah.
That's one choice.
I don't care what...
Wait a minute, hold it.
Oh, wait, I'm giving you choices.
Okay.
You can have your ass kicked without the article.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think I would
Or you can just have the article.
Or you can just have an article. It's your choice.
Or he can have an article and never bother me one more time in his life, or else then I kill him without gloves on.
I never bothered you.
I'm saying if you
if anything, you were the person who what do you expect when you trash somebody in an article? What do you expect them to do? Kiss you?
No, I expect you to settle it. And if you, I said to the settle it,
is that what you look for? Do you look for fights when you write articles?
What is it, Jerry?
What does somebody have to do to get on your good side? Is that what it's all about?
Thanks.
We got people in Philly like that too.
Thanks. If you took me aside and said, AJ, man, I'm really upset about the piece, I would have sat down with you and ironed it out. You would have had a positive piece already by now, but you started out by calling me an ass. I can't have that. I can't.
Yeah, I mean, AJ has his pride.
What's the big deal?
I was going to say, AJ, you're Italian, right?
Yeah.
All right, look.
Is that cryptic for something?
You just don't call a guy like AJ an ass.
What's the big deal?
You don't understand. It's a big deal to AJ.
Jenks, if you call me an ass again, I got to step out of this. Someone else takes care of it, not me.
Well, it was funny.
What's this about?
Well, listen, AJ called the office.
Yeah.
And he was so outraged because the reason why AJ got all pissed off was Captain Jenks called the show on Tuesday and just said AJ Benza sucks and hung up.
I did?
Well, somebody did.
Yeah, no, that was Jenks.
Oh, yeah, that was me.
Right.
So AJ called and he called me and Peggy and John, and at one point he told John, I'll have him killed.
AJ, you have to calm down.
You had me killed.
I was thinking about it.
Your parents proud of you?
I don't think AJ would have you killed.
OJ, not AJ.
Any guy with letters.
Actually, OJ called the show. It's better than John made a mistake. It's OJ.
Right. All right. I can see that this is leading to a boxing match.
Yes.
I
think you guys need to settle it in a manly fashion.
Yeah, I think AJ needs to fight Jenks, and Jenks needs to fight AJ. I'm not sure why, but if we can, I'll get a double bill going. I'm going to try and get Jack Gordon to fight LaToya. And Billy West will fight Marty the Midget. So, maybe we'll have like
3 matches.
Yeah, it'll be 3 rings going at once. You guys really want to settle it, you can settle it. It's up to you.
Now, here's the choices again. You said it right before. Seriously, Jenks, I'll kick your ass in the ring, and I'll give you a positive article. I'll kick your ass in the ring, I'll give you no article. Or, very important, you and I could talk on the phone, get another spin on your future up-and-coming tape and album, and at the same time, you got to promise me that your hands stay off the phone. You don't make fun of my name anymore. You don't come at me anymore.
I didn't make fun of your name.
Well, you came in and said AJ Benza sucks. That's making fun of me.
Well, when you told me I sucked in your column, then I just figured
I don't think I said that. But if you want a piece again about your albums, I'll gladly do it for you because it's newsworthy and I think you're funny. But if I do that...
Well, there is another option. I mean, it is Jenks' option. He does have fun torturing people over the phone. He could end up calling you just for the rest of your life.
No, that's not an option, Hal, because then his life is a very short one.
See, no,
you know what? I do think we have to write in there that if Captain Jenks goes into the ring and gets beat, he can't
Oh, you're going to believe it, because then, then if he does that, then you might as well put ropes around Philadelphia. The whole city.
You'll break his fingers.
You better believe it.
Captain Jenks will be dialing from a pin in his
AJ's
mouth.
a pretty intimidating guy, isn't he?
No, he's
you know what the problem is? People hear about, oh, so-and-so's a reporter. That means he must have went to Columbia school. He had some little bespectacled glasses and bow tie. I'm not from Columbia and all those schools. I'm from a different place, Jenks. I happen to know how to write, but I can still kick anybody's ass in journalism.
Right. He's no pussy.
You're the best boxer in journalism.
You know what, Jenks? Sometimes you think about a reporter, you think they're pussy.
No, I ain't no pussy.
Especially if they do gossip, I suppose.
Yeah,
I think
that's...
Jenks is thinking...
See, AJ, no offense, I don't want to get in trouble with you, but it's kind of like it's typically a girl's job to write the gossip column, right, AJ?
Right, exactly.
Right, so he got it.
What's the girl's name? Stacy, Stassi, or something?
Linda Stacy. If you make fun of her, I'll really kill you this morning.
See, now, this is the thing. I mean, are you a reporter or are you a mobster?
Well, I'm a reporter.
Okay.
So I'm not a mobster.
So you're threatening to have me killed. Who's going to kill me?
No, I'm not threatening. I'm saying that if you bother me, you bother Wendell, you bother Michael, anybody I like and I work with, then I'm going to hurt you.
He's going to kick your ass, that's what he's
You
saying.
bother me, you know, I mean, why would you do that? Why would you extend your hand?
I bothered you without knowing I did, and I apologize for it.
When you write something bad about somebody you don't know it bothers them?
Jenks, I apologize, and I told you I corrected in the paper in front of 750,000 people. Well, a lot of them were your friends, so I don't know why you're getting so upset about that bargain.
Because you sat at the table at the birthday show and threatened to kill me.
I didn't sit at the table. I stood at the table, and I threatened
to kill me.
After you called me an ass, I threatened to kill you. Damn right I did.
Oh, okay.
It's very simple. How? What are we going to do about this?
Well, okay, here's the way I see it. You got 5 options.
5 now.
Yeah, well, right. Captain Janks could continue to call you every minute, every day.
And risk his life.
And then go into hiding. All right.
Wait, I don't get this.
What?
Well, you know, I mean, I can't defend myself?
Well, okay, whatever.
But not after the fight.
I mean, maybe I'm not a big mobster like AJ, but, you know.
Well, you think you could kick AJ's ass?
Well, I'll damn sure do my best.
Janks might be a good fighter. You don't know.
You could kick AJ in the knee and bring him down.
AJ, no offense. Maybe the guy's knows karate or something.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm not going to let him sit there and punch me in the face. If I fight him, I'm going to do my best to win. Just like he is.
You have the reach of a chipmunk.
I mean, I can't believe it. You know,
AJ, what do you want from me? I don't know. Captain, I don't understand. Listen, I'm trying to reason with the guy. Using his military title. Captain Janks.
Yes.
All right. Here's the way it goes.
Okay.
Right. The way I see it is, you guys can continue to be enemies because Captain Janks feels he was dishonored.
He doesn't seem to want an apology.
He doesn't want an apology. He wants to just make phone calls about AJ
he
sucking.
He wants to make AJ's life miserable.
Okay. All right, he can do that if he wants to. That's his option.
Right. And what AJ is saying is, well, hey, at some point, you're not going to put up with it.
No, I won't.
He's going to beat his ass.
I'm not Larry King, man.
Right. You're not a pussy like Larry King.
Well, I just ain't Larry.
Right. That's what you're saying.
Right.
Right. And,
there will be retribution.
Yeah. You know, AJ is not your typical journalist.
About you, AJ.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. AJ's a tough guy.
You're
Howard, let me tell you something.
Right. You know what? AJ's right. You wait for the justice system to give you justice, forget about it. Sometimes you got to go out and do your own justice. The whole damn justice system is corrupt. 2 men have to
settle things between them.
It's corrupt.
Like a duel.
The justice system will shake you down.
You know, 100 years ago, you two would have had guns out there trying to shoot each other.
Oh, yeah. AJ would have blown this guy's head off already.
100 years ago, King of all blacks would have been sitting having breakfast like that.
That's right.
That's true, too. I wouldn't have been at the show either.
The King of all blacks wouldn't have been threatening anybody.
Think about that for a second.
The King of all blacks would have been hanging from a tree.
I would, too. We'd be there together.
Yeah.
I think one of the...
You know what, AJ? If King of all blacks talk like that, you'd have to have the slave master go out and just whip him.
You could break his foot.
That's right. Cripple him. Okay, here's the thing. AJ is saying, look, maybe I diss you, whatever. I'm saying, I think you're funny. I've said it publicly on Howard's show.
Right.
I'm willing to even write an article, which is very gracious.
Very big of him.
Very big of him.
You're right.
And, well, Captain, you got to agree, that's pretty big of him.
Yes.
Okay. And he's saying, I'll write an article apologizing, which I don't even have to do, he's saying, because he can kick Captain Janks' ass. But he doesn't
ignore him.
But I think AJ is frightened of Captain Janks' relentless phone calls.
Bad choice of words. I'm never
annoyed by.
Now he's going to beat you up.
No, easy. But I'm
annoyed by it.
You're annoyed. It's annoying.
I'm frightened because if I know what happens if he starts doing that.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's almost going to please me, but I have to go out and do that at that point. I'm not frightened at all by it. I just hope for his sake he doesn't sit there and start peeling off phone calls because I'm just the last guy in the city that can put up with that. Believe me.
Right. I hear it in your voice.
Are you on medication?
You know what?
No, AJ is saying, hey, look, I don't want my name being used that way.
He should be on something. I don't know. That's my opinion.
No, I'm not on anything. That was my father's name, my grandfather's name. I can't have that.
In other words, the name AJ Benza is a family name.
Right.
And it has to be protected.
Right.
It doesn't seem silly to you at all.
No, that's a man's honor. You don't understand, Robin.
There's a lot of people out there that don't want to hear that name trash.
I'm just stoking the fire. You're saying, look, AJ Benza is the name. Like, maybe it don't mean anything to anyone else, but the point is, in your family, the name AJ Benza is a name that is honored, that carries weight. Your grandfather was a hard-working man. Your father was a hard-working man. They passed their name.
You're trying to hold up the mantle.
Right. You're trying to do the right thing.
Just like I'm sure there was a General Janks one of these days.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So the point is, you're not going to hear any of that. And also, hey, listen, you're a gossip columnist. Some people might think you're a pussy because you're a gossip columnist. They could call you a homo, all these things and all that. But you're saying that you're going to beat his ass if he continues to harass you with phone calls.
Right.
All right. So Jenks, the way I see it is, maybe you fight better than, maybe you're a great fighter or something.
I didn't say I was a great fighter. I just said that I'm going to defend myself.
All right, so Captain Jenks, it really lies in your court now. What do you want to do?
But the point is, you got to agree that you can't. I mean, if AJ wins the fight, you can't, harass him.
Can you continue to make your phone calls?
What, to AJ?
Yeah.
No, that was over with the other day.
All right, so
You done with that?
Yeah, I was immediately angry, and I thought
I'm gonna offer an olive branch here out, okay?
Go ahead.
But listen to me. It's not like I don't want to fight because I love a good fight. I always have, but I'm busy. Now it's gonna be.
You might be too busy to kick his ass.
It really is true.
I don't know.
It really is true.
No, I know the Daily News gossip column requires a tremendous amount of time. They have to dig up.
You know what else I do? I do the E! show on the E! channel, the gossip show every day with Muffs with camera. It gets busy.
Right, he's busy.
So here's the thing, Jenks. I'll definitely take care of you again, and I'll give you another shot in the paper. It's not going to be an ill-spirited article.
Well, how about this? How about I send you a copy of the recordings?
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
On it.
I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear it
because you never heard it, and you trashed one of the bits on it.
No, do me a favor. Send me the tape because you always make me laugh. Don't ever think I'm not a fan of Howard Show, because I used to fight with Peg Panache 7 years ago to get into Tabernacle Green with Kimberly Taylor. I'm a huge fan, and I made it. Now I'm invited. Back then I used to fight to get in. And third of all, don't ever call me again, or I'll really go berserk. All right? Fair?
See, now, when you sit here and threaten me, am I supposed to back down?
I can't threaten you. You started messing with me first. I'm going to tell you now.
You started messing with me first. You came up to me and did an interview with me.
Did I say something so bad?
You're my friend, though. I don't get why you... I did the same thing that you did. I extended my hand in friendship, and I told you were an ass.
All right. So listen, I'll take care of you, the article, and then you got to just quit it. Do you understand?
Okay.
Period.
All right, are we done? So there's no fight?
Howard, I'd love to fight on TV. It could be, but I can't. I'm busy.
All right, well, Captain Jenks, if you accept that, fine. If you don't, we'll set up the fight.
That's a good excuse.
I'm never busy.
So you want to fight?
No, I'm just saying I'm never busy.
Man, I almost got oath.
Well, what do you want to do, Captain Jenks? Are you accepting that?
I have to see the article first.
Oh, yeah, all right. Let's do it.
I don't mean.
I think AJ's ready to kick your ass.
What? Listen, I'll send you my tape, and you make an honest evaluation of what you think of it.
That's fair.
If it's bad, then you write that you think it's bad. If it's good, then you write you think it's good. But don't comment on it until you hear it first.
If I don't like your tapes, I will write the article, and then we'll fight. Great. I don't want to give you two bad articles and an ass kicking at the same time.
Right. It would be bad to write another bad article and beat his ass again.
Would that be horrible?
Imagine he gets his ass kicked.
Why does everybody think that he could beat my ass?
Yes, I can.
He sounds like he can.
Yeah, he's going in with confidence.
Jenks, you're a little guy, Jenks. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm not from a little... this is not even a situation here. This is
not a situation.
This is not something you have to think about.
He's going to beat you. He takes a good time to work it in.
How can I say? Be 2 hits. Me hitting him and hitting the floor.
Right. All right, listen, I can see this.
He'll spend more time getting to the ring here.
Why don't you guys just fight? Let's just get the fight on. This is crazy.
You really want to see this thing happen, huh?
I really don't. I feel like Captain Jenks is going to
I think you two need this.
Jenks, send me the tapes today. I'll listen to them, and I'll give you an honest tip, and then we'll go from there. I promise you that.
That sounds fair.
All right? Does that sound good? What is it, Gary?
It wouldn't even be a fight. It would be almost like a human
You
sacrifice.
don't know that. Jenks is saying he's got something up his sleeve.
It better be like a crowbar.
I am merely expressing to you that if I'm put in front of a position where I have to fight, I will defend myself.
I think that's...
I never said I was Superman.
No, I agree.
I never said I was from Brooklyn and I could do this and that like he is.
No,
I'm just telling you that if I have to fight, I'll defend myself.
That's honorable. I like a guy like that.
All right. So here's the way I think we're going to leave it for now. AJ is going to get a copy of Captain Jenks' tape. This is the options. AJ will listen to the tape.
And then decide.
Now, if AJ hates the tape, AJ says, look, I'm going to spare you another bad article. I'll just beat you. I'll just beat your ass. All right? I'm going to beat you up in the ring. All right? Is that right? Is that fair to say? Now, if you do like the tape, you're going to write a good article, expressing that you like the tape.
Right.
And you're not going to beat his ass. Unless he calls and starts mentioning your name again, then he's going to get an ass beating.
Right.
All right. Jenks, are you amenable to all this?
I'm amenable, Howard.
I just have one quick question.
Yeah.
AJ, height and weight? How tall are you?
I'm 5'11" and 200 pounds.
Jenks, height and weight?
I'm 5'3" and 137.
I would love to see this fight.
This is better than Stallone and Geraldo.
5'3", 105. So
there you go. Your girlfriend can beat up Jenks.
You wouldn't hit your girlfriend.
No.
Because you might hurt her.
No, guys like AJ don't hit girls.
No way. No way.
Right, you just beat.
No, I'm just saying, you wouldn't even hit your girlfriend, anybody that size, because you'd be doing so much damage to them.
Exactly. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. So, Janks, you get that tape out?
I'm putting it in the mail right now.
All right.
Call me. Listen, Janks, you got my. Call me at the office today. I'll give you the address. I think you got my number still, right?
Yes, of course.
Of course he has my number. This guy's got everybody's number.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, AJ. Thank you, Captain. Thank you.
Hey, Howard.
Yes.
I think that's something that most people need to really think about for a moment, the fact that it can be cured. We have a caller on the line, Julie. Let's go to the caller. From Philadelphia, go ahead with your call.
Hi, a couple of years ago, my girlfriend was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it caused a lot of problems in our relationship. And about 3 months ago, or 6 months ago total, she died.
I'm sorry.
And it was undetectable, and this is hard for me. And it's been very upsetting to me, and I think that the main problem with the diagnosis of the breast cancer was, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Was that she wasn't a Howard Stern fan, and I was very upset.
All right, that's obviously a caller trying to evoke our emotions for one reason or another.
Some psychological reason.
Breast cancer.
Oh, man.
Boy, was that interesting.
Yeah.
Guys crack me up.
Yeah. Well, hey, men have to defend the name. You know what I'm saying?
So wacky.
Yeah.
I kick your ass.
Bravado. I love bravado. As long as I'm not involved.
I kick your ass.
That fight would last 30 seconds.
Yeah. I love hearing guys talking about giving each other an ass beating. I love it.
You know what I'm going to do to you?
This is what I'm going to do to you.
Look,
There's going to be 2 hits in this fight. I'm going to hit you, and then you're going to hit the canvas.
I'm offering him an olive branch.
Yeah. Negotiation.
Here's my olive branch. Now don't call me again.
You call me again, I'm going to have to...
I'm going to hit you with the olive branch.
They're going to have to put a ring around Philadelphia. I'm going to kick your ass.
I don't want to, but I'm going to have to hurt you.
Right.
No choice.
There's no choice. You leave me no option.
I'm the last guy in the city you want to do this to.
I can't explain it to you any better than to tell you that I am the last guy. I'm going to kill you.
I can write, but I can also fight.
Right.
I will go berserk.
I will go.
Are you threatening me? I will go berserk. I can't have this.
Right.
I can't have it.
I'll beat the whole table.
And AJ didn't even back down from King of All Blacks.
I don't think he's that big a fighter.
I don't know.
I think a much fairer fight.
I see a black guy, I get nervous.
I think a much fairer fight would be to have that entire table come in one at a time and have AJ beat the crap out of him. King of Blacks, Celeste,
Everyone. Even Celeste in her wheelchair.
Are you going to start with me, you? Come here, cripple.
Right.
I can't have this.
I can't believe there's like 6 generations of guys running around with the initials AJ Benza.
And every one of them had to fight for that name.
That's right. AJ really loves his family. It's great.
Oh, amazing.
All right, very good. AJ Benza, Captain Janks, going at it. And let's see what happens. It's not over till it's over, as they say.
That's what they say.
All right.
Follow me again.
We'll be back right after these words.
Hello, Mother Angelica.
Where are you from?
I'm from Pennsylvania. My name is Clarice.
And what is your question?
My question is, would you spread for Baba Booey?
Would you what? That's one of those bad calls that